Hi, I'm Archana Khanal. Today I'm here for the presentation on the topic Identifying Data Roles and Protecting Privacy. And my team member is Van Berg. Today we are covering two sections in this presentation, Identifying Data Roles and Protecting Privacy. Identifying data roles includes data owners, system owners, business owners, data processors, administrators, custodians, and users. Protecting privacy includes security baselines, scoping and tailoring, and selecting standards. The first section is identifying data roles. Every individual in an organization is assigned to a role, and the first role is data owners. The data owner is the person who has ultimate organizational responsibility for the data and assists in the identification and assessment of the common security controls. The information owner is the agency official with statutory or operational authority for specified information and responsibility for establishing the controls for its generation, collection, processing, dissemination, and disposal. The data owners should be named early on in the master data management development by determining an enterprise architecture for master data that defines the boundaries between the data, that allows the distinction between the domains of the business objects and the business objects themselves. System owners is the second role. System owner is responsible for the data processing systems and ensures that the data processed on the system is still safe. This may be the owner of sensitive data processing system to develop, maintain, and update the system security plan. The system owner is usually the same person as the data owner, but sometimes can be another person, such as the head of another department. The responsibility of the system owner must be documented, and the plan should include the following contact information: name, title, agent, address, phone number, and email address. Business owners or mission owners is the third role. NIST Special Publications 818 refers to the business or mission owner as a program manager or an information system owner. Business owners might own the process that use the system managed by other entities. Business owners implement processes and ensure the system provide value to the organizations. A designated system owner must be identified in the system security plan for each system. Firm owners' influence on the company's future can be reflected by using two dimensions: the family's ownership and the characteristics of governance control over the company. Data processor is the fourth role. Data processor is any system used to process the data. Data processor is usually a third-party entity that processes data for an organization. The EU Data Protection Law defines a data processor as a natural or legal person which processes personal data solely on behalf of the data controller. Data processor is understood as a normal process data, but in the context of EU Data Protection Law, data processor has more specific meaning. The fifth role is administrators. A data administrator is responsible for granting appropriate access to the employees. They do not necessarily have full administrator rights, but they can assign permissions. The administrator will delete the account from the system when the user no longer needs access to the data. Permissions are assigned based on the principles of least privilege. They grant access to the users to only what they need for the job. Identity management systems usually require managing a wide range of data, such as end-user information, creating or deleting end users, changing password or associating digital certificates, etc. Likewise, they manage end-user attributes, creating, changing, and managing them. The last role is custodian and user. A custodian helps protect the security of data by ensuring it is safe and properly protected. A custodian is assigned daily responsibility to store and ensure data integrity. Taking a backup of data, maintain the audit log, etc. are the responsibilities of custodians to protect and secure the data. A user is any person who accesses data via a computing system to accomplish the work tasks. Users have access to only the data they need to perform their work tasks. The second section is protecting privacy. Any information collected about any individual in an organization should protect its privacy, and this can be done by using security baselines. The security baseline provides a set of security controls that an organization can perform as a safe starting point. It provides a starting point and ensures a minimum security standard. However, the baseline does not apply equally to all organizations. NIST Special Publication 853 states that a single set of security controls does not apply to all situations, but any organization can select a set of baseline security controls and tailor it to its needs. Baselines offer a starting point and always ensures a minimum security standard. NIST Special Publication 853 version 4 discusses baselines for security control as a list of security controls. Scoping and tailoring. Scoping is concerned with reviewing baseline security controls and only selecting controls that apply to the IT system that we are trying to protect. A NIST risk management framework can benefit through rational assessment of the rules proposed in the document that organizations have applied or are in the process of applying. Tailoring refers to modifying the list of security controls in the baseline to match the organization's missions. Organizations should choose security controls in the baseline. Tailoring of the controls is necessary to avoid force-fitting them to support the unique environment and operations of the ground system. Selecting standards. When selecting the security controls within a baseline, organizations need to ensure that the controls comply with certain external security standards. Organizations need to identify the standards that apply and ensure the security controls they select comply with the standards. Legal obligations to provide security for data belonging to the others may come from many different sources. Unlike the European Union, which has provided for the protection of personal information as a fundamental principle in the Data Protection Directive, regulation of security and privacy in the US has been described as very fragmented and segment-specific. To summarize today's presentation, data is a valuable source of information for most organizations. So, how to protect data safely is a very important task. Many people in an organization need to manage, process, and use data, and they have different requirements based on their roles to identify and maintain ownership. Different data maintains their roles a bit differently. Identifying data roles helps to manage, handle, and use the data based on the different roles and requirements of the personnel. A personnel can fulfill many roles while handling data. Protecting the privacy of the information collected in an organization is necessary, especially personally identified information and protected health information data. Different security controls can be applied to protect the privacy. Using security baselines and identifying relevant standards makes the privacy protecting task easier. Thank you.